was necessitated because of certain event that took place before the Blaster World Cup qualification. There was an Independence Day celebration. And that Independence Day celebration, because the officers who were to prepare the place and the students who were coming to march on the pitch will be affected. I got an expert of pitch maintenance officer. Then I made a recommendation to the Director General that the Director General should ensure that once that independence celebration is done, we get more hands to the original people who are already maintaining the pitch, so that we can put the pitch in shape for the match to be able to take place. So I called the Director General and informed him that we have sent somebody from Right to Dream Academy who is working on their pitch. I visited there and I saw that he's doing a very good work. So he should just come and give a helping hand. When I directed him, the young man came to Cape Coast and went to the regional director. And the regional director said he has not received instruction from the Director General. Because of that, he wouldn't allow the man to go there. Then I personally called him. I said, listen, I'm the Minister for Sports. I've directed the Director General to get this young man to help those who are already working there, because I've identified him to be a very good person. Then I called the Director General to say, I've called your regional director. So make sure that the young man is there. Make sure that he give me access to support them to put the place in shape, because the next 2 weeks we'll be playing a match. All the instructions I gave never happened. They did not take those instructions. Then it became a very big problem, and we have to reschedule the match to Twumasi. Then I called for a meeting and instructed that because of the disrespect to the instruction of the minister, the officer in charge should be transferred. And that is the action I was taking. And the meeting was held in my office with the chief director, the then chief director. But after a series of meetings and a letter was even, I involved the board. The board was part of the meeting and gave the instruction, and those instructions were not taken.
Director General, Mr. Tieku said he discussed the transfer with you. Is it true?
Yeah, Honorable Chair, yes. That was at the time Ghana was honoring our...
Did he discuss the transfer with you?
Yes, he discussed with me.
So you asked him to stay on in Cape Coast?
At the time, he had made concerns about the...
Did you ask him to stay on in Cape Coast? Yes, before you explain.
Yeah, I asked him to support the home matches that we were playing there, because it was very critical. We needed to honor those home matches, and at the time it required lots of attention and somebody very much experienced until we rectified this issue that he raised. Yes.
So the issue has not been rectified yet? The issue has not been rectified.
I think Ghana just finished with our qualifiers. I think currently now the matches have even been moved to Twumasi, making the place also a bit less busy now. I think.
So you wrote a letter transferring Mr. Tieku officially. Then you went behind your own letter to have a verbal discussion with him and told him that, hey, stay there. Don't mind my letter. Is that the case?
No, that's not the case.
What is the essence of writing to him?
The issue was that when the letter was raised, I think initially, as Minister was indicating, a young man appeared at the Cape Coast, wanting to get access to take over the pitch maintenance in the Cape Coast, when we already had engaged the green grass technology, Mr. Fragwai. He's the one who is the consultant who has been supporting our pitch maintenance. So we didn't have this communication, and I didn't have either. So he also wanted to check from the head office as to whether indeed this particular young man, who he didn't even know, is a rightful engaged contractor to come and take over. It was a purely misunderstanding. Because you see, the stadium is a very sensitive environment.
Honorable, I say honorable.
And
in fact, I nearly address you honorable. I won't because you got only 7 votes.
It's a good start.
Director General.
Yes.
Director General.
Right.
Did the minister call you on this young man?
No.
Did he call you on this young man issue?
No, it was after the issue.
Did he call you? I'm not saying prior or post.
Before he
call you?
Before he go in there, no.
But did he call you on this young man there?
No, he invited us to his office after this particular thing.
So he didn't call you?
On the phone, no.
Okay, so in the office, you discussed the young man?
Yes. Yes.
You agree with him that the young man should go and help?
No, the issue that we went to his office to discuss was that the Cape Coast Regional Director had disrespected him because he had made Chief Director to send somebody there. And the young man didn't get access. So he needed to get explanation from us as to how this misunderstanding went about. In fact, even after the discussion with the Honorable Minister, we gave him assurance. We perfectly support your suggestion that you gave us, because after all, it's going to help the work of the National Security.
You were here
except that we didn't know of any, I didn't know of any such private information. Yes.
You were here last
Seriously,
year.
I didn't know.
You were here last year.
Yes, I just...
Director, I'm talking. Why? Why do you behave like this? Is that how you behave? Is that how you are training your children?
Sorry.
Is that how you are training your children? When you are talking, your children are also talking, you allow them to talk. Why? You were here last year. We admonished you the way you are behaving. It's not good. You are not changing. You are not changing. You are not changing. I'm not sure you learn anything from all the appearances you are coming to appear in the committee. You are not actually respecting the minister at all.
It's undermining.
You are actually undermining the minister.
You are undermining the minister.
You are actually undermining the minister. It's not good. It's not good. No. It's a Twumasi. It is not good. It's not good.
Chairman, I will never ever disrespect
you are undermining.
He's my senior and he's like my brother. He's my senior and he's my brother. And never had anything such thing happen.
Honorable Roxy.
Chairman, thank you very much. Mr. Teku, your transfer letter, do you have a copy here?
Mr. Chairman, my phone is off, but I think I have it on my phone.
You will have it on your phone. Your phone.
General took instruction from the minister to transfer Mr. Teku. He wrote a letter to Mr. Teku transferring him. He made a heading, transfer to head office, intentionally put in the letter, the body of the letter, transfer to Eastern Region. He went behind that letter and spoke to Mr. Teku not to honor the transfer. So that's a complete disrespect to the minister. Now, this committee, I think our position is that Mr. Teku should move immediately to Eastern Region. And Director General, this committee is directing you to ensure that Mr. Teku is moved to where you are transferring him. Do that immediately and report back to us. And again, this committee is also advising you. If you learn some lessons from this committee to help you. Let's move to the...
What is the primary purpose of our sports stadia? Sporting activity, religious activity, entertainment. What's the primary purpose of our sporting facilities?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the main purpose of our sporting activities, sporting facilities, is for us to use those facilities to develop talent, and also for competitions, whether national or international competitions.
As Minister for Youth and Sports, did you authorize the suspension of sporting activities at our major stadia, the Accra Sports Stadia and Kumasi Sports Stadia, over the festive period, the December period? Did you, as Minister for Youth and Sports, suspend the use of the stadia?
No.
You did not?
No, I did not.
Are you aware that the National Sports Authority, under the direction of the Director General, suspended use of the sports stadia for footballing activities in the middle of the Ghana Premier League?
Yes, I'm aware. And I did call him to ask, and he said my major concern was on the pitch, because the pitch during that time, even though the National Sports Authority by law is the authority having the powers to manage all the sporting facilities for us and to ensure that they are in good shape. Once we have a major tournament coming, the African Games, and we have also the Premiership ongoing, my major concern is how much are we getting from these social events that we are giving out to these facilities to, whether even if they use it to be able to maintain this facility. Is something that I've engaged the Director General that going forward this should not be done, because at the end of the day, once whatever you get from them, pay the fees and charges that has been approved for the authority to collect, whatever they are going to get from these social big events that they organize might not be able to maintain them.
Okay, Minister, thank you. And I'm happy you raised the issue of the pitch. The last time the Director General and yourself appeared before this committee, I was sitting where Honorable Ajay Boateng is sitting, and I asked a question. Before I finished asking the question, the Director General responded. I asked a question about pitch covers. The question I've asked you, Director General, is yes, we used. No, we did not. I've got quite a number of questions. So let's make it snappy.
There were a number of events. The one, I think probably you are referring to the December concerts, which they took almost about 6 years setting up, did not use their pitch covers.
There were no.
Please.
I just asked the question. Did you use pitch covers?
For that particular event, we couldn't have used the pitch covers.
For which particular event?
The one, the social event, the concert. I think
there was a concert there by Bernithing Music Group.
Yeah, there was concert. That particular one, we couldn't have used the pitch covers.
Why?
The reason is this. You know, we in Accra Sports Stadium, our turf is a grass. It's a natural grass. I think the technical people are here, they can help you with it. It's a natural grass. If you are using the natural grass surface for other events, besides, for example, sporting like football and others, if it is really for a very limited time, you can use the available pitch covers that we have. I think I have a sample here, which we have used before. You can use it. Then probably in the evening or morning, you remove it and then you resume the watering regime. If the event is going to take longer than that period, for example, what they did, they set up like 4 days and so on and so forth. If you put them under the cover, one, you are not watering. Two, you are building up heat underneath of the covers. And it burns even much more than if it were not even covered. And you see, grass in particular is a very sensitive material. I think sometimes we compare.
Director General.
Please.
Director General.
Can I?
No, you're going into areas I haven't asked you a question about. Director General, I asked you a specific question. Last year when you came here, do you have pitch covers? You said yes. You know this. You know all of this technical stuff. Yet you decided to suspend sporting activities without consulting your minister or your board to do a social activity, and then said it took 4 days to set up. Now, Bernithing Group paid you 70,000 Ghana cedis. Is the 70,000 Ghana cedis enough to restore the damage that was done to the grass at the Accra Sports Stadium?
The usage of the sports stadium is a multi-purpose.
We are speaking about a specific event. You brought in the specific event.
Please.
I asked you a general question.
There's a question before me. Can I address it?
If you're not answering my question, I will draw you back. I don't need you to take me on the toilet.
Can I address the question before me?
So I'll ask my question again so you are clear. You decided to rent out the stadium for a social event to the Bernithing Music Group. They paid 70,000. Is the 70,000 enough to restore the damage that was done to the pitch?
Mr. Chairman, the calculations that we have done with the various events, which have a certain component of it, which we call the pitch insurance cover, is able to restore. It's able to restore. I think if you remember, before we shifted our sporting activities to other stadia, we had made mention of this to all stakeholders, that in December, a particular period will be used for other events which are not sporting. And the revenue for it should be able to recover entirely everything. And if you remember, by January 9th, my minister sent a visitor, inspection team, which was led by Chief Director here. And I think I have all this evidence here, to come and check whether we have been able to recover the pitch. And it's fully done.
You still have not answered my question.
It's fully done. The usage of the stadium for other purposes, like for example congresses, I think MPP, NDC congresses, they were all held there. They were all held there. Other non-sporting activities occurring in our stadia, it's not new. This is not the first time Professor Twumasi is granting permission for the usage of the facility for other non-sporting. It's done all the time. Even independence celebration. We did it in the Tamale, we did it in Cape Coast Stadium, we did it in Twumasi, Babaya Sports Stadium, we do it. But the question is, are you able to recover it and get back the sporting activity? Yes, we do. We're able to recover.
So
that's exactly what we have done.
Director General,
if you were saying whether to cover and not cover, and that's what I was providing technical understanding that sometimes you cover, sometimes you may not cover because if it lasts longer, you destroy even much more.
Director General, you are, with the greatest of respect, yes. you are a professor. Yes. And as a professor, if you were in the lecture theater and you set your questions, with this, the person who even gets 7 over 100. You understand me? Now look, I asked you a specific question. Your minister, because I asked your minister first, your minister said he didn't authorize it. You took responsibility and proceeded to do it. I asked a question you've not been able to answer. Now, I have information that says that you raised 250,000 Ghana cedis from non-sporting events during the festive period of 2023. Into which account was that money paid?
Every payment is done at our finance, and it goes into our this time, if it's an IGF, of course, of which is IGF, then it's lodged. And then 66% of it, which is then allowed for us to be able to utilize.
Is your accountant here?
My accountant is here.
Accountant, the money that was paid for the activities in Accra Sports Stadium, were they lodged in the authority account or your original account in Kumasi?
Mr. Chairman, the question again, I didn't get.
The question I'm asking is, my information says you received checks totaling about 250,000 Ghana cedis for non-sporting activities at the stadium, Accra Sports Stadium, specific Accra Sports Stadium, in 2023 during the festive period. 70,000 from Benetton Group. Then you had another 50,000 from Jesus Unhindered Interventions, limited by Guarantee Group. That same group paid another 35,000, another 24,090. So total about 250,000. Did you lodge this in your central, the NSA's central account?
Chief Accountant, are you aware that MultiChoice has entered into contract with the National Sports Authority, and that 120,000 was paid to the Sports Authority for branding of Accra Stadium? Are you aware of that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Has the check been paid into your account?
Yes, last year, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Is that account at the Greater Accra or the head office?
The head office account.
Okay, good. But the Director General is not aware of this, so you know that. He's not aware. The man is not aware. Are you aware, Director General? Are you aware that 120,000 was paid to the account at the head office?
Chairman, I said that I'm aware of the contract that is signed for the use of Accra Sports
Okay,
Stadium.
fine. Chief Accountant, are you aware that MultiChoice paid 80,000 for the Twumasi Stadium for branding the walls of the stadium? Are you aware of that?
No, Mr. Chairman.
You're not aware of that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Are you also aware of the Twumasi Stadium, that there's a contract between MultiChoice and National Sports Authority, either the regional office or national? Are you aware of that?
That I am aware, Mr. Chairman.
How much have been paid for that?
Mr. Chairman, I'll verify. I don't have.
It means that you're not aware that payment has been made?
I know payment was made.
How much, if you know the payment, how much has been paid?
Mr. Chairman, I cannot say offhand. Yeah. I can't verify.
Auditor General, I'm repeating my recommendation. We recommend in our reports, but I think you should communicate this to the Auditor General himself immediately. There's a need for a special audit of National Sports Authority.
Well noted, Chairman.